What is up, everybody? Once again, thank you so much for stopping by at the channel. Today we're here at Ryan's Diesel Service in Wisconsin, where, of course, I reached out to him and received the 68mm street turbo. Also, I'm going to be introducing Kyle, or Rustbelt Mechanic, here to the channel as well. He's definitely a key asset in the topic of this video today, which is why buying a big turbo is dumb. So I want you guys to stay tuned for that. But before we get started, something really cool I do want to announce now. You guys know that I started off with that last giveaway, which was the HSP YBridge bundle kit. Now, Kyle and I were actually able to give back to you guys, as the viewers and the subscribers, a giveaway item, which was really cool. So that was a lot of fun to do. But now we have a new one, which is probably the coolest thing that's ever been given away on the channel. So I want to introduce to you guys the giveaway item is going to be a new turbo. We're going to be posting a live video Christmas Eve announcing the winner. By far the coolest giveaway item I've ever done on the channel.
Turbos that will be offered will be 2001 to 2016. Doesn't matter size, high flow vanes, whatever you want, we're going to build it for you guys. The winner will be announced Christmas Eve.
The way this works is you have to go to the truckmasterdiesel.com website and pick up any one item. So if you buy any one purchase item, that is one entry in to win. Depending on how much you buy, the more times you are entered in to win. That is it. The other thing you can also do is go to my donation button on my YouTube channel, click the donation. Every $5 donated to the channel is also one entry. So I hope you guys are excited as I am about giving away this awesome turbo. Let's go ahead and get right into the video. Now, but seriously, I'm not saying you're dumb if you buy a big turbo. That's not what I mean, okay? The topic of this video today is using your brain when buying a turbo, okay? Because depending on your application, your goals to your truck, what you're trying to achieve, if you buy something stupid big like a 68mm, 73mm, whatever it may be, and you're running on stock fuel, stock air, it's going to be super laggy. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? So we got to use our minds before we make that decision to purchase a large turbo. All right, guys, so Ryan, this is what he does day in and day out, guys. He remanufactures turbos and he sells them on his website at ryansdieselservice.com. I thought it would be really insightful to have Ryan here on the channel, as well as Rustbelt Mechanic, to explain to you guys some of the do's and don'ts before you purchase a turbo. And I know that, Ryan, you probably get this question asked 20 times a day.
Yes.
I really want the 68mm turbo, but...
The race turbo, yep. Because race truck.
The race turbo with the high flow vanes. Because, you know, this is America and I just want to go crazy, you know what I mean? But once you actually install that, you know, you may be questioning yourself or wishing you would have gotten something smaller. I did order the 68mm Ryan's Diesel Service turbo for my truck. Now, it is sitting on stock fuel at the moment. What I mean by that is I have stock injectors. I have a stock CP3 injection pump. But I do have some cool goodies in there, such as, you know, YBridge, cold side, hot side, so on and so forth. I have a built transmission. Truck is tuned currently. So I definitely have some goodies going on. My truck lays down about exactly 568 on the dyno, to be exact, 1,100 foot-pounds of torque with that big giant charger. With that being said, it is a little laggy. I knew that off the get. I definitely knew that. But before I ordered the turbo, I definitely had that dialogue with Ryan here. And he gave me that advice because I wanted the biggest, baddest, mambo-jambo 68 high-flow vanes that he has to offer on his website. And I'm glad I took his advice. But then again, I'm trying to reach an excess of 700 horsepower on the Duramax. So it was a good bet for me. And if I decide that I want to even get close to 800 horsepower, I should still be good. So I'm glad I didn't go for the 64mm. That's kind of where I'm getting at. So now we have Kyle here, which is Rustbelt Mechanic. By the way, he has a YouTube channel, so make sure you guys subscribe to him. If I can you give me your take on the process of ordering the turbo, what you found, and where you're at now?
So I ended up talking to Ryan first off, and I didn't take the advice that he gave me on that one. He told me, hey, you're gonna have lag to that. I'm like, well, one person's rendition of lag is, you know, whatever, relative to somebody else, but I didn't listen to that one. So I ended up going for the 68mm race turbo, also because, you know, YouTube. You know, you got to be able to show those things on film, right, to be able to show you guys what you do. So I've shown that on my channel, that once you get that 68mm race turbo, it's a 6871. Even with 60 over injectors, I've got the secondary CP3 pump. I've got I had a full HSP kit, YBridge, cold side, hot side, everything to go with it. At that point, I mean, it did put down the numbers. I was right at 645 horse and right at 1,250 foot-pounds of torque. But the lag was absolutely crazy. And by absolutely crazy, in actual time-wise, you're looking at like 3.5 seconds or so of boost lag once you're, you know, getting on it on the interstate. On top of that, you have to think about some of the other things that go along with it, like high EGTs, high back pressure. So you have more back pressure because you have to have the tune a whole lot different. I did have it tuned. So you've got to have the vane position dialed way up on these LBZs to be able to keep that turbo spooled up as much as you can, you know, during the biggest portion of the power band. So for that one, you're going to have skyrocket EGTs. I would have EGTs up over 1100 all the time, and that is not good for a diesel. So I learned my lesson from that one. I did it to be able to show it on the channel that, hey, this is possible. This is what's going to happen when you have that giant one turbocharger. And then I also knew that I was going to be going to some different setup after that. I wasn't sure yet, but I wanted to be able to show what happens when you get the one big one, and that's what happens.
So now you switched out to the HSP compound kit. You have the two. You have the Ryan's Gifts of Service. 60.
I went down on the Valley one. I went to a 6466, and then it's got the billet S475 from the kit from HSP.
So lessons learned. That's kind of where I'm getting at. So Ryan, what's your take on the whole situation? Again, I know that you have a lot of folks calling you and, you know, getting these same exact questions all the time. So what is your best advice to the viewers?
Big thing that I can say, like Josh said, I hear that multiple times a day. I want the biggest turbo, I want to go fast, and they have, and sometimes, what I feel unrealistic goals. You know, guys that want to put a race 68 on but still want to go tow, you know, 25,000 pounds every day. Big thing that I normally say would be decide what you're doing with the truck. When you call in, when you talk to one of us, we always ask, what's done to your truck? What's your horsepower goals? You know, do you tow with it every day? Is this occasional tow rig? 9 times out of 10, a 64mm is going to be your best bet for that truck. That unit will still get you 650 rear wheel horsepower with a bigger injector, bigger CP3. Most guys generally are wanting to draw the line there. They don't want to go any higher than that. At that point in time, at 650, you got to start thinking about rods and pistons, that sort of thing. So we normally tell guys 64mm. 64mm is generally all around, you know, good setup for an everyday driver. What's nice about that too is it's not too crazy where it is going to have the normal stock everyday, you know, stock turbo manners. You're not going to have that lag. It's going to instant, and away you go. Our 68 street turbo, that one isn't again as horrible. Like Josh said, he's got a little bit of lag on there, and like you say, you're going to have that with a 68mm turbo. But like I say, our race, unfortunately, it's going to make the power, but you're going to pay for it in one way or another. So
definitely. And one thing to kind of add to that with the 68mm street that he has, that I have in my truck right now with the stock fuel, which by the way I will be installing bigger injectors here very shortly. It pulls like a freight train. So my top end is insane. I'm talking like right when I get to about 40 miles per hour, and I mean I'm in it hard. I mean it puts me to my seat. So it's very surprising. I'm sure that those injectors and that stock fuel's living on borrowed time at this point right here. So, but very good
like
stuff.
My bottom end.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, especially your stuff. So, again, Ryan, I do appreciate your take, and Kyle, thank you so much for being on the channel as well. I think it's very insightful that I have you guys here. I would say the subject matter experts, as far as you dabbling in with your LBZ build from where it was at as a stock format until where it's at currently. Very insightful, Kyle. Thank you for sharing that with me, man.
No problem.
It's a big deal, and I think a lot of us need to hear it. I know it's tough to hear it, but it's something really good to know. So
it is. It's an important thing, especially when you're spending this much money on a turbo. It's not like you can just give it back and say, I don't like it anymore. Nope. You bought it. It's yours. Sorry about your luck. make the right decision.
That's right. Also, Ryan, I know you put out LB7 turbos, and those are brand new.
Yep.
Those are not remanufactured turbos.
Yep.
And they scream.
They do. They do. Had a lot of good success with them. Everybody always wanted the loud VGT whistle, and that's basically what we achieved there. 10-blade turbine in the back, and they sound awesome.
Other than that, guys, if you guys are interested in buying a turbo from Ryan, you can also use my coupon code TruckMaster. It's going to save you guys some coin. I know money's kind of tight right now during Christmas, but if you guys are interested in purchasing one for a gift or something like that, use that coupon code. Again, Kyle, thanks so much for being on the channel as well. Make sure you guys head over to his YouTube channel. It's going to be Rustbelt Mechanic, so make sure you guys head over there. Him and I will be doing a few YouTube videos, again, collaborating pretty hard. If this is your first time stopping into the channel and you watched till the very end and you enjoyed the content, make sure you subscribe. We'll see you on the next video. Take care.